Namaste. Sun is coming in the sign of Aries on 14th April, and this transit is going to be very positive for many of you. In this podcast, I have talked about the impact of this transit on all 12 zodiac signs. And as always, at the end of this podcast, I have shared a very beautiful, insightful story. So let's begin with this podcast. There are many myths surrounding the sun and sun signs. Interestingly, many of you have been asking me to unveil the true essence of the sun in astrology. But to truly understand the sun, you must first understand Rahu, because only when you recognize darkness can you begin to appreciate the power of light. This light is your consciousness, the sun, and so your consciousness naturally gravitates toward the matters related to the house and sign that the sun occupies in your birth chart. For instance, if your sun is in the third house, your attention instinctively leans towards writing, communication, sharing, travel essentially, all forms of expression. The third house is also tied to mentality. So the sun placed here sparks a deep desire for independence. You value your freedom above all else. Of course, the exact expression of this placement will depend on the sign falling in the third house, the aspects involved, and the nakshatra in which your sun is placed. But the overall theme remains consistent. Now, Aries is a very straightforward sign. It's the bulldozer of the zodiac. When the sun enters Aries, this bulldozer gains even more power. You will likely see more action than mere words. Energy becomes direct, fiery, and unstoppable. So let's see how the arrival of sun in Aries is going to impact your life. Let's begin with Aries, the sign where the sun finds its exaltation, its highest expression. When the king returns to his throne, there is a surge of energy, direction, and divine fire. The sun in Aries doesn't just bring light, it ignites a purpose within you. It sharpens your consciousness and fuels your inner drive to act, to conquer, to initiate. And so, this is not just a planetary movement, it is a cosmic call to action. Let's understand how this fiery arrival will influence each sign and where your consciousness will be naturally drawn during this time. The first, Aries. Consciousness on self-empowerment. The spotlight is on you. This is your time to rise. Your consciousness is now directed towards self-identity, personal growth, and physical vitality. You will feel more courageous, more assertive, and yes, more alive. The mission is you. Focus on leadership, self-discipline, and setting new personal goals. The mantra you should chant while sun is in Aries is the Surya mantra. Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Mitraya Namaha. Chant this mantra 108 times daily. And the donations you should do is that you should donate red color clothes, jaggery, or copper items to the needy on Sundays. The next beautiful sign is Taurus. Consciousness on inner reflection. For you, Taurus, the sun enters the house of the subconscious and hidden realms. Your inner world becomes brighter. You may be drawn towards spiritual practices, solitude, and healing past wounds. This is a powerful time for closure and inner clarity. Let go of the old to welcome the new. And the mantra you should chant is the Surya mantra. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. And the donation you should do is that you should donate wheat, red sandalwood, or you should donate at a temple or an ashram. The third talkative sign is the sign of Gemini. The consciousness is on friendships and aspirations. The fire of the sun now blazes in your house of dreams, social networks, and long-term goals. You are called to realign with your aspirations. Who is truly walking with you on your soul's journey? New friendships and networks may blossom, but stay conscious of ego conflicts. This is a perfect time to grow your networking and to gain new good friends. And the mantra you should chant is the Surya mantra. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. And the donations you should do is that you should donate books, copper utensils, or sunflower oil to students or young seekers. The next emotional sign is the sign Cancer. The consciousness is on career and reputation. Your karmic path is now illuminated, Cancer buddies. The sun's fire energizes your house of profession, status, and outer achievements. Take the lead, but with grace. This is your time to make bold decisions that shape your destiny. Visibility will increase, so use it wisely. And the mantra that you should chant is the Surya mantra. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Chant this mantra 108 times daily. And the donations you should do during this time is that you should offer red flowers or red color sweets at a sun temple or on a Sunday morning to young children or to young fellows. And now comes the kingly sign, Leo. The consciousness is on higher purpose. With the sun, your ruling planet in Aries, your dharmic house is activated. Travel, learning, philosophy, teaching, and truth seeking comes to the forefront. This is a time to walk your talk and live your truth without any regrets. Your mission is to inspire others. And the mantra you should chant is the Surya mantra. Om Khagaya Namaha. Om Khagaya Namaha. Chant this mantra 108 times daily. And the donations you should do is that you should donate ghee, red cloth, or books on spiritual wisdom to a guru or to a student. The next good-hearted sign is the sign of Virgo. Consciousness on transformation. You are being pulled inwards to transform, to let go, to evolve. This is a time of deep emotional and energetic alchemy. The sun lights up your house of intimacy, shared resources, and psychological rebirth. The path may not be easy, but it is deeply purifying, deeply transformative. The mantra you should chant is the Surya mantra. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. And you should donate pomegranate, copper coins or mustard oil to the underprivileged. The next sorted sign is the sign of Libra. Consciousness on relationships. The sun now shines directly opposite your sign, asking you to bring light and awareness into your one-on-one relationships. How balanced are your connections? Where do you need to assert yourself more? A powerful time for clarity in love and business partnerships. The mantra you should chant during this time is the mantra of Surya. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Chant this mantra 108 times daily. And the donations that you should do is that you should donate red lotus, rose water or honey to a nearby temple. And now comes the sign of intensity, Scorpio. Consciousness will be on discipline and health. The fire enters your 6th house of discipline, service and healing. Your energy may feel fiery. Use it to bring order into your daily life. Focus on improving your health routines and breaking free from self-sabotaging habits. True strength lies in self-mastery. So learn to control your temptations and you will progress on your path. The mantra you should chant is the Surya mantra. Om Maricheya Namaha. Om Maricheya Namaha. Om Mariche Namaha. And the donations you should do is that you should donate red lentils, copper coins, or you should feed a cow with chickpeas and jaggery powder. And now comes the dashing sign of Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, the consciousness is on creativity and joy. The sun enters your house of creativity, romance, and inner child energy. This is a time to shine from the heart, to create, to love, and to enjoy. Let your passions lead the way. It's also a good period for those planning children or working on creative projects. The mantra you should chant is the Surya mantra. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. And the donation you should do is that you should donate red fruit like apples, copper vessels or saffron sweets. And now comes the highly professional and pragmatic sign, the sign of Capricorn. Consciousness will be on home and your roots. The fire now warms your inner sanctuary. Your attention moves toward home, family, and emotional grounding. It's a time to heal emotional wounds, reconnect with your roots, and perhaps realign your inner foundation. Emotional strength is your silent superpower. The mantra you should chant is the Surya mantra. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. And you should make donations of red cloth, coconut or rice to elderly women or priests. And now comes the highly modern and a rebel sign, the sign of Aquarius. The consciousness is on communication and thought. Your words are now infused with fire. Communication becomes direct, passionate, and mission driven. You may feel inspired to speak, write, teach, or express your truth. Just be mindful of not overpowering others with intensity. Balance intellect with compassion. When posting on social media, think twice because sometimes you may get carried away and you may post something that may cause some trouble. So be aware and let the fire within you come out through your words. Open up and express yourself as Sun in Aries gives you that opportunity. The mantra you should chant is the mantra Om Arkaya Namaha. Om Arkaya Namaha. Chant this mantra 108 times daily and donate papaya, red flowers or spiritual books to a community center. And now comes the noble, soft-hearted sign Pisces. The consciousness is on value and self-worth. The sun now brings light to your finances, talents and self-worth. It's time to align your values with your work. Own your talents and stop doubting yourself. This is a good time for financial planning and investing in things that support your growth. The Surya mantra that you should chant is Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Chant this Surya mantra and donate white rice, red fabric or food to the poor on a Sunday. Always remember, Sun is a celibate, a brahmachari, meaning Sun never indulges in sexual activities. Sun never indulges in sex and pleasures, whereas Venus is always indulging in all kind of pleasures, sex being the highest one. And so Sun and Venus are staunch enemies, meaning their energies are totally contrast to each other. Sun always shines in his glory because he never masturbates. He always focused on a mission. He works toward attaining high positions. Sun is not attached to luxuries but rather high thinking, high goals, high purpose. Sun is dashing, dynamic and a leader by birth. Venus is sensual, pleasure seeking and greedy by nature. Venus is darkness and Sun is the light of consciousness. And that reminds me of a beautiful ancient story. God made the world and from that very day the sun went running after darkness. And darkness could not understand. It has not harmed the sun. It has not even talked with the sun. It has not even met the sun. Yet the sun is continuously harassing her. After millions of years of harassment, she finally got tired and went to God and said, "It is ungrateful to complain, but there is a limit to everything. I have been harassed for millions of years and I cannot conceive of any fault on my part. The sun goes on expelling me from everywhere. It is even difficult to take a rest without anxiety. The sun may be coming, the sunrise may be close. I have not slept for millions of years. The anguish would not allow it. The sun has been almost a continuous torture and without any reason. I simply want to know, what have I done wrong?" God said, "You should have come earlier. There was no need to wait so long. This is very ungentlemanly on the part of the sun. The sun should be called immediately." The sun was called. He asked the messenger, "What is the problem? Because I have never done anything wrong. I simply go on doing the same routine every day. Since God made me, I have not done anything else." But the messenger said, "God is very angry. You have been hurting, harassing a poor woman. Darkness." He said, "My God, I have never heard of her. I have never met her. I am not interested in women at all. I am a born celibate, a brahmachari. I am coming I want to see who is this woman. And as the sun came to the house of God, darkness disappeared. God said, "Where has that woman gone?" They searched everywhere. Darkness was not found. Millions of years passed again, and one day the woman appeared and she said, "You have not done anything. It is still continuing, the same torture." God said, "You are strange. When the sun was here, where did you go?" She said, "You are behaving like a simpleton. If the sun is here, I cannot be here. If I am here, the sun cannot be here. We cannot stand each other. You will have to hear our story separately and then decide." God said, "That is not my way. You both have to be present here so I can be certain that nobody is lying." The woman said, "Then it is better I take my complaint back." Since then, the woman has not appeared again. Once in a while, the sun comes to inquire, "What happened to the woman? Because I want to clear it up. It has become a worry on my head that somebody is being hurt by me, perhaps unknowingly." God said, "You need not be worried. The problem is such that it cannot be solved. I cannot give any decision unless you are both present in my court together. And I have listened to both sides in the presence of each other. But by the very nature of things, you cannot both be present. That woman is your absence. So of course, you cannot be present and absent simultaneously. Drop your worry. You are doing perfectly fine, and that woman is not going to report against you again. The file in your case is closed. The same holds true for your life as well. When you begin to imbibe the divine qualities of the mighty celibate sun, you no longer fall prey to the darkness called Venus. That's when you begin to truly shine like the sun, radiant, untouched by temptations, rising above worldly distractions. That is the moment you start stepping into your true power. That is when success begins to walk beside you. And so, my dear fellows, and I say this especially to my close followers, if you genuinely wish to rise in life, begin worshipping the mighty Lord Sun. Make it a sacred practice to chant the 12 Surya mantras every single day. I will chant the 12 Surya mantras so that you all can recite after me. Om Mitraya Namaha, Om Ravaye Namaha, Om Suryaya Namaha, Om Bhanave Namaha, Om Khagaya Namaha, Om Pushne Namaha, Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha, Om Maricheya Namaha, Om Adityaya Namaha, Om Savitre Namaha, Om Arkaya Namaha, Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. These are the 12 Surya mantras. If you start chanting these 12 Surya mantras every morning after you take bath, let me tell you, it will be a wonderful moment in your life. A transformative moment. So continue chanting these 12 Surya mantras, and as sun enters Aries on 14th April, I see that the month from 14th April to 15th May is going to be a decisive month for many of you. Only if you start worshipping Lord Sun by reciting the 12 Surya mantras. Always remember, you become the very qualities of the deity you worship. So if you are going through the turbulence of Rahu Mahadasha or facing the challenges of a tough Saturn transit, then turn towards the mighty Sun. Invoke his light and you will begin to witness a deep, powerful transformation unfolding within and around you. Always remember, you cannot change the world, but you can always change yourself. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।